AFC matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Right to the air is Willis. That's to a former Bill. It's Robert Woods. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10, it's Willis. On the move to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc. After the sack on 1st down, Willis out to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Going on 4th down, here's Willis. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. Trucks over him. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Allen's throw taken in there by Crowder. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They run here with Singletary. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Again, it'll be Singletary. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Down here, I thought they were going to hand that off. Instead, a well-designed play and the pitch and catch for the touchdown.
And I wonder who came up with it. Was it a call from the bench? Did the quarterback have a good idea and suggest it? In any event, clearly an effective play call. They saw something they liked in coverage, and they targeted it for the short yardage throw.
And the perfect way to cap their opening drive. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Titans take over first down at their own 35-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on fourth down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it. But I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
On second and a long way to go. Willis. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all those rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Titans are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. He's got Derrick Henry again. Back-to-back catches. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Willis firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far, but you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback. He's definitely the root cause, and all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. Touchdown! Gabriel Davis, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Bass on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. To the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Willis wants to pass it again. The quick slant caught. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Second down and goal. Willis. That's caught. Left side, it's Burks. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Henry taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Titans have cut it back within a score. Now Mike Vrabel going to tell the offense to go for 2 here. Willis will try and throw for this. Being chased out left. And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Caleb Farley. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess. That allows for extra yardage on the return.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Willis. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Willis to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Willis, 4th down here. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Going deep for Diggs. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. McKenzie now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. Room here to run. There he goes, left side. 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. Complete. It's Henry.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. To throw again on 2nd down. Willis. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Right back to the air again with Willis. Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Titans are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
On 2nd down, Cook. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to take. At their own 47-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Willis.
Across the formation, Burks has it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He gets it to Burks again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. Again, it's Willis to throw it. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Robert Woods, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are back within a score.
Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. McKenzie now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Throwing now is Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Going deep for Diggs. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Kevin Farley. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Touchdown, Titans! Traylon Burks, 33 yards. And the Titans have tied the ball game with a chance to go ahead now in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present, making plays, and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Out now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 112 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Singletary again. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
And not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Singletary trying the left side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. Now Allen. Man open, here is Crowder. And down 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. To throw is Allen. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple, because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Bills have just about sewn up this football game. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Singletary to get the drive started. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Back to the ground, this time Cook. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Allen to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible.
And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When he'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now Willis. Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine.
And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. What a change in this ball game in the 4th quarter, Charles. They just completely took over, and not only did they get the lead, they end up winning somewhat comfortably.
And when we spent time talking with them before the game, they made sure that we knew that they thought that they were the better team in this one, and they never lost that thought or lost that focus, and they played like it in the 4th quarter. That's how you offer a late comeback and get a win.